Day 12 of the farmers' protest at Delhi's borders. The farmers have given out a clarion call for the Bharat Bandh that's to happen tomorrow. The farmers have specified that a chakka jam will begin in the morning and will continue till 3 in the afternoon. They've exempted emergency services, but shops and businesses will remain closed. No vegetables, no milk supply will happen during the bandh. Farmer unions have urged people to join the protest and support their call for a Bharat Bandh. This has talks on December 5th yielded no results, while farmers continue to remain adamant on their demand to roll back the new farm laws. The farmer leadership has said that 250 more farmers are likely to join the protest from Gujarat ahead of the talks on December 9th. Meanwhile, parties like the Shiv Sena, the TMC, TRS, RSP, RJD, DMK, SP, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, among many others, have extended their support for the nationwide stir.
After several rounds of failed talks with the centre, thousands of farmers protesting the centre's new farm laws stay put at Delhi's borders. Another effort of breaking the deadlock through talks with the centre will be taken on December 9th.
ये कानून किसानों के हित के बिल हैं और निश्चित रूप से इसमें अगर कोई इनको लगती है कि कुछ उनको अगर किसानों को तो उसमें निश्चित रूप से सरकार ने भी कहा है कि हम उसके अंदर संशोधन करने की आवश्यकता होगी तो संशोधन भी करेंगे.
And as delay in a resolution continues, the farmers are adamant on demand to roll back the new farm laws.
तीनों कानून जो एग्रेरियन सेक्टर एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर के साथ है इन तीनों को रिपील करना ही होगा. अगर नहीं करेंगे तो हमारा इस पर कोई समझौता नहीं है, यानी ये नॉन नेगोशिएबल डिमांड है.
In a bid to build pressure on the centre, they have called for Bharat Bandh on Tuesday.
तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज की तरफ से 8 तारीख के भारत बंद को सपोर्ट किया गया है. सबसे अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि अपने झंडे छोड़ के किसान की हैसियत से हर हिंदुस्तानी इसमें शामिल हो. ये हिंदुस्तान का आंदोलन है, अब सिर्फ किसान का भी नहीं बचा, पूरे हिंदुस्तान का आंदोलन.
Several opposition parties, including Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, TRS, RJD and TMC have announced support to the Bharat Bandh called by farmer unions. An Akali delegation met Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and was assured of support.
The Congress party extends its wholehearted support to the Bharat Bandh on 8th of December. Our leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, through tractor rallies, signature campaigns, Kisan Sammelans, has been raising the party's voice in support of the farmers.
With farmers protesting against the new farm laws at national capitals' gateways, several entry and exit points to Delhi have also been sealed, leading to traffic woes. The government has maintained that the new laws benefit the farmers immensely. But can it make protesting farmers relent?
As the logjam continues under heavy police deployment, the farmers are still protesting at the Singhu border of Delhi. Now, the farmers are going for a countrywide sit-in, a countrywide chakka jam on the 8th of this December, and all the hopes are on the next talk. This is Abhishek Anand reporting for India Today.
The centre, meanwhile, has decided to hold a key huddle today ahead of the December 9th talks with the protesting farmers. The attendees would include the Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar, MOS Agriculture Kailash Chaudhary and MOS Parshottam Rupara. This is in continuation of the Agriculture Ministry's key meet yesterday. The ministers are holding discussions over the agenda for the talks with farmers for the meet that's scheduled to happen on December 9th. The government is also mulling possible amendments in the farm laws. This comes after Narendra Singh Tomar had assured farmers that the centre would mull issues raised by farmers and is ready to clear their doubts that they had during the previous round of talks, which happened on Saturday. As the farmer protest rages on, the opposition has come together to hit out at the government. And a 2010 letter written by NCP Supremo and the then Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar to the Chief Minister has surfaced. The letter states that the APMC laws need to be amended in order to encourage private investment in agriculture. Sharad Pawar in his letter also stated that private sector participation is important since it increases competition, improves supply and ensures a greater share for farmers in the consumer's price. Pawar further added that it will also reduce intermediate costs and post-harvest losses. Recently, Sharad Pawar came out against the laws passed by the central government and supported the farmers' agitation. Government sources have termed it hypocrisy by the opposition since they had been backing private sector when they were in power themselves. And let's listen in to what Sharad Pawar had said when he in fact came out to support the ongoing farmer agitation.
जब हरियाणा से शेतकरी रस्त्याची सोड गांभीर्याने दखल घ्यायला पाहिजे त्याची दुर्दैवाने घेतली दिसत नाही. मला स्वतःला असं वाटतं की असंच जर राहिलं तर ते फक्त दिल्लीपुरतं सीमित राहणार नाही. देशाच्या कानाकोपऱ्यातले लोक त्या शेतकऱ्यांच्या पाठीशी उभे राहतील आणि प्रश्नाची सोडवणूक आपल्या पद्धतीने करून घेतील. अजूनही
And moving on to what's happening in the state of Bengal, where Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee will be holding a public rally today amid political turmoil over Suvendu Adhikari. Mamata Banerjee will hold a rally in West Mednipur, which is Suvendu Adhikari's stronghold. TMC Supremo will launch a campaign rally in the Jungle Mahal area. Mamata's rally will be a first in the Mednipur area amid the ongoing pandemic. Preparations are going on in full swing with more than 10,000 banners being installed all over the Mednipur town. Remember that Suvendu Adhikari resigned from his ministerial berth, triggering speculation that he could ditch the TMC. Adhikari's resignation came at a time when political circles in the state are abuzz on whether he will go ahead and join the BJP. BJP MP Arjun Singh, meanwhile, made a rather explosive remark and said that the TMC-run government will fall before the assembly elections as soon as Suvendu Adhikari quits the party. With the ruling TMC claiming to have resolved the ongoing tussle with Adhikari, all eyes now are on Mamata's mega rally in West Mednipur. There's a churn in West Bengal politics ahead of next year's assembly polls. After Suvendu quit Mamata's cabinet, another state minister, Mamata Banerjee, has slammed the TMC, calling it a corrupt party. BJP's Mukul Roy, meanwhile, has been named in a charge sheet in a TMC MLA murder case. A complete breakdown in this report on the battle for Bengal.
Assembly polls in West Bengal are just months away, and ruling TMC is witnessing a string of rebellions. While the party is still grappling with rebel TMC MLA Suvendu Adhikari, who resigned from Mamata cabinet, yet another TMC minister is on the war path. Minister Mamata Banerjee has now launched a veiled attack at Mamata, calling TMC corrupt and dishonest.
আর যে মুখগুলোকে মানুষ পছন্দ করে না, যে মুখগুলোকে মানুষ দেখতে চায় না, যাদের সম্বন্ধে মানুষের বিরাট অভিযোগ আছে, যারা দুর্নীতিগ্রস্ত, যারা স্বচ্ছতার সঙ্গে কাজ করতে পারে না, যারা সত্যি কথা বলতে পারে না, আজকে তারা শুধু স্থাবক বলে তাদেরকে আজকে সামনের সারিতে নিয়ে আসা হচ্ছে।
Now BJP MP from Barakpur made explosive revelations saying that TMC government would fall even before assembly polls as soon as Suvendu quits TMC to join BJP. Meanwhile, CAA, one of the flashpoints between TMC and BJP, may get implemented in January next year.
पिछले लोकसभा चुनाव में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता से प्रॉमिस किया था कि वे सब लोग जो शरणार्थी की ज़िंदगी यहाँ पर जी रहे हैं किंतु उन्हें नागरिकता नहीं मिली है, उन्हें हम नागरिकता देने के लिए कानून में प्रावधान करेंगे। और मुझे प्रसन्नता है प्रधानमंत्री ने जो कहा, गृह मंत्री जी ने सीए का बिल रखा और वो एक कानून बन गया है।
Facing an all-out attack, TMC too has hit back. Bengal CID has named BJP leader Mukul Roy along with 4 others in its charge sheet in connection with the murder case of TMC MLA Satyajit Biswas last year. Mukul Roy called it a conspiracy.
ममता तू होम मिनिस्टर है, वो आदमी का सामने खड़ा होके बोलो कि बीइंग ए होम मिनिस्टर आई बिलीव जे ममता मुकुल इज इन्वॉल्व्ड विद दिस टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज. लेट हिम से.
TMC MLA Satyajit Biswas was shot at a point-blank range during a Saraswati Puja program in Nadia district in February 2019. The BJP too has blamed TMC for a string of murders of its workers.
Resentment in Trinamool Congress has not been anything new, but one after the other, if the sitting cabinet ministers raise their decibel and voice against TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee as well as the party leadership, this of course is a matter of concern, especially with the elections around the corner and the gates of BJP open for all those who've been performing in TMC only to oust TMC itself in the Assembly 2021 elections. This is not just an interesting battle, but also a battle on the home front. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manogya Loiwal in Kolkata for India Today.
And days after the BJP stellar performance really in the Hyderabad civic polls, actress turned politician Vijayashanti has quit Congress and is all set to join the BJP. Sources stated that she will be joining the party today. She was spotted with MOS Home G. Kishan Reddy and also BJP's Telangana chief Bandi Sanjay Kumar. She also met with Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence on Sunday evening. The Southern Star is known for her memorable roles in movies like Surya IPS, Kolimi, Zamanat and Rowdy Inspector. Vijayashanti started her political career back in 1997 when she joined the BJP, but only later to join the TRS during the Telangana statehood movement. She won the 2009 Lok Sabha polls from Medak constituency and then switched to the Congress in 2014. Vijayashanti's switch back to the BJP comes at the back of the Hyderabad municipal polls, in which the BJP emerged as with the second highest tally, with a massive surge to 48 seats from just 4 last time. And moving on, polling for the 4th phase of Jammu and Kashmir District Development Council polls has begun. Voting is being held in 34 constituencies where over 7 lakh eligible voters will decide the fate of 249 candidates in the fray. Polling will end at 2 p.m. Besides the DDC elections, polling is also being held for Panchayat by-polls in 50 vacant Sarpanch seats and 216 vacant Panch seats falling within the DDC constituencies. There are 1,910 polling stations set up across the Union Territory for this phase, out of which 781 are in Jammu and 1,129 are in Kashmir. 3 phases of the DDC elections have been held so far. That's on November 28th, on December 1st as well as December 4th. The polls also mark the first democratic exercise in Jammu and Kashmir after the abrogation of Article 37. Russia has begun mass vaccination of its Sputnik 5 vaccine in 70 clinics in Moscow. The Sputnik 5 vaccine also brings hope to India as the country grapples with over 4 lakh active cases. The question now is, how long do we need to wait for an effective vaccine?
World's first registered anti-COVID vaccine. Russia's COVID magic bullet Sputnik V is now ready and is being administered across 70 clinics in Moscow. The first large-scale vaccination against the disease in the world. Moscow rolls out Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine to most exposed groups. Sputnik V is world's first registered vaccine, which is produced by Gamaleya National Research Center. The vaccine is funded and promoted by Russian Direct Investment Fund. The efficacy stands at 91.4% and the vaccine is administered in 2 injections. The Russian-made vaccine will be first made available to doctors and other medical workers.
И хочу защитить себя и своих близких, с кем проживаю. Поэтому было решение принято, потому что я одна медицинский работник в семье, поэтому, чтобы, не дай бог, не принести с работы, я решила привиться.
Russian doctors are confident that the vaccine will protect large number of people from complications and avert possible deaths.
Исследований для того, чтобы понимать, что 92% эффективность этой вакцины. Мы уже поняли, как мы работаем с этой вакциной, поэтому, но мы же понимаем, да, что...
India too will get its fair share of Sputnik V vaccine. Sputnik V in India is on phase 3 trials by Dr. Reddy's in collaboration with Russian Direct Investment Fund. RDIF will supply 100 million doses to Dr. Reddy's, subjected to Indian Drug Administrator DCGI's nod.
The vaccine has already been tested in Indian labs, and we have a great partnerships with government, with your different parts of the government, and actually government labs are involved in testing the vaccine right now. And definitely Russia and India have a great partnership.
After getting approval in UK for emergency use against COVID-19, Pfizer Pharmaceutical is now seeking approval for emergency use of its vaccine in India. Developed by Pfizer and BioNTech, the vaccine is the first to seek emergency use in India. Vaccine candidates from Oxford AstraZeneca, Bharat Biotech, Zydus Cadila and Biological E are also in the fray in India. Bureau Report, India Today.
India have registered their third successive victory in Australia and have sealed the T20 series with an emphatic 6-wicket win in the second match. Hardik Pandya was once again the star of the show to guide India home in a high-scoring run chase that's now put the visitors 2-0 ahead in the 3-match series.
Slightly short and immediately on that pull.
With the series on the line, Aussies began well with stand-in skipper Matthew Wade doing the bulk of scoring.
That bounce he gets. He's gone for the slog sweep and it's gone all the way.
Aussies were going great guns before young left-arm pacer T. Natarajan provided India with their first breakthrough in the form of Darcy shot.
And Natarajan strikes.
Wade raced to his 50 of just 25 deliveries and became a huge threat to the Indians.
Like these, that brings up his 50 in just 25 balls.
Virat Kohli missed a sitter, but Wade had given up by then, allowing the Indian skipper to recover well within time to run the left-hander out.
And there's a run out. Can you imagine?
Natarajan was the pick of the Indian bowlers in an otherwise ordinary day for the Indian bowling unit, as Australia picked up their scoring rate with useful contributions from Smith, Maxwell and the lower order to post 194 for 5.
Is there enough power? Yes, just enough.
The Indian openers came out with an intent and had put up 60 runs in the power play for the loss of KL Rahul.
Should be caught.
Shikhar Dhawan played well for his 52 but lost his wicket in search of some quick runs, an intent that even Sanju Samson followed for his 10-ball 15.
Oh, this is a biggie. This is an absolute biggie, a double-decker.
Virat was the key for India and the skipper decided to unleash himself to bring the asking rate down with a flurry of boundaries.
Daniel Sands over the wicket.
Virat was in an acceleration mode and went after a wide delivery that took his edge straight to the keeper's gloves.
He just kept it wide.
India needed 37 of the last 3 overs, an equation that was brought down to 14 of the last over by Shreyas Iyer and Hardik Pandya.
Struck that well, but there could be a fielder now. No, he's found the gap. Has he nailed this one? He has! That's the first of the 6s they were talking about.
2 towering 6s and Pandya had sealed the match and the series in India's favour with 2 balls and a match to spare.
Long.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
We all said here.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.